Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pop Spot, where we pop about all the spots we love in professional wrestling. And this week, we are popping about the CWE Rage in the Cage tour from right here in when they're stopped in Edmonton, Alberta. I am your host, Andre C. Joining me, as always, my co-host, my boy AWS or EO Sky, if he's doing the EO Sky thing.
I've been doing that for a while, and I didn't. To be fair, I didn't get it from EO Sky. I just wanted to do something like that.
Sure, that's what you say. Sure.
I mean, you can believe it or not. That's just what I've been doing. I've been all right this week.
Just like Ripley.
Yeah, I've been all right this week. It's been a decent week. That CWE show was a lot of fun. Got to talk to a lot of people that I haven't seen in a few months. Got to meet someone new. It was very cool. It was a very fun experience.
Yeah, it was actually a really good time.
Absolutely. But before we jump into the show, I was gifted a couple of pops at said show. So we're going to try this first one from courtesy of our buddy Mike Wright. This is a Brio Chinoto soda. I have never heard of this brand. I had to look up what Chinoto is. It's supposed to be like an orangey type thing from what I understand. Let's give it a shot. Doesn't really taste like anything.
Okay, so it doesn't taste. Oh, there it is. There's the curse.
Okay, when it said bitter orange soda, this is just bitter. I appreciate you giving this to me, Mike, but I am not a fan of that at all.
Adam, you've been cursed. It's
Yeah,
the first bad one.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've had ones that I didn't really like on the show before, like that Maple Pepsi. It wasn't really my thing. That is the first one that I am just straight up not actually. I just need to get the taste out of my mouth.
Well, with that said, we are going to jump in to the CWE Rage in the Cage tour featuring EC3, former TNA World Champion, NWA World Champion, multi-time World Champion. That's what he is. Former WWE star, NXT, yeah, all that.
He's had a lot of
been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, but he's on the CWE Rage in the Cage for 22 days straight tour. That's a lot of.
It's a long tour. That's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, so they came to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and it was in a brand new venue.
The German Cultural Society.
As it says right there, the German Canadian Cultural Association.
Yeah, and that was an amazing venue. I really.
The water was too expensive.
The water was super expensive. It was $4 for water, which is why I'm glad I brought my own water. But in terms of space, in terms of how the temperature in the venue was, in terms of like everything except for the prices, pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Yeah, again, it was a little warm in the venue, but it wasn't Hungarian Hall sweltering dying.
Yeah, it wasn't. You need 10
it was
bottles of water.
A lot of bodies in the place, and it was warm. It was warm, but not like, oh my god, I'm dying. Yeah,
and they had enough room to fit the cage, which is great news.
Enough room to fit the cage. It was good bit open, so we're not all cramped in there together, like the Hungarian Hall was last time. So I really did enjoy this venue. I like this venue. I would go back.
I would love to go back to this venue. And there's a lot of really good restaurants near it. Well, at least one.
Yes.
At least one.
And there's a restaurant in there.
And there is a restaurant in there. That is true.
Yeah, we might have to try that next time.
We just might have to. It was a great venue. But we are here to talk about the wrestling that happened in the venue.
Are you sure?
I mean, I am at least. I don't know why you're here.
I thought you were here to talk about Paul.
Yeah, and I realized that sometimes karma and Pop comes to bite you in the ass. So it is what it is. But we're going to get things started with match number 1. It is the Human Terminator debuting in Edmonton, Marcellus Prime taking on the headline, Shaun Martens. I was very happy to see this match. Obviously, me and my boy here are both pretty decent fans of Shaun Martens. Ooga Booga Baby.
I own the shirt. I own
the shirt too. I wore it at the top, on the top review.
There you go.
Yeah. And taking on the new and debuting Marcellus Prime. Holy crap, this guy is huge.
Just dude, like his legs are gigantic, man. Like holy moly.
In much like all of these huge, massive dudes that I've seen on these tours, you go up and you talk to them at their table and they're so nice. He's like really nice and soft spoken. Such a cool dude. I'm glad to have met him. Things kick off here with Shaun repeatedly leaving the ring and coming back in because he's just intimidated. But he eventually does get back in the ring and he challenges Marcellus to a push-up contest. And Marcellus says he wants to challenge me to a push-up contest. However, what he doesn't know is me and his mom had a push-up contest last night.
I thought he said like he pushed up on his mom last night or something like that, but it was funny the way
the crowd lost their minds, and then Shaun immediately fired back with, "Hey, you don't talk about my mom like that. My mommy's a saint."
He kept saying "mommy."
Yeah, he kept saying "mommy." It was great.
So good.
We get a little bit of heel work from Shaun, but then Marcellus comes back into a big splash in the corner. Looked amazing, followed by a huge belly-to-belly. Very cool. Happy with that. I don't have a lot of notes on this. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Really nice axe kick by Prime in the middle of this match. Great spot.
I forgot to take
Martin dodged. Just a great spot where he dodged. Yeah, this is a spot where Martin dodged out of the corner, and Prime ends up spearing the post. So Martin it was a lot of good work on the arm in this match by Martins in here. Prime eventually does fight back, hits a follow-away slam, and he finishes it off with that beautiful Uranagi for the win.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was very quick. I expected it to be relatively quick, but it was cool. It put over Marcellus as dominant, taking on one of these veterans of the scene and letting him get like a negligible amount of offense in, unfortunately, for Shaun. But it was a great match. A great way to open the show. The crowd were super into it. Very good job.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed this. I'm now a big fan of Marcellus Prime. I hope I hope to see him again.
I hope he brings shirts 4X.
Yes, sir. We move on to what was originally supposed to be a tag team match, but it became a 6-man tag team match, combined one of the other matches that was put in here. So I did some beautiful graphic work, if you believe me.
Phenomenal job. Wonderful.
Yeah, not really. You had the team of EC3, Ethan Carter III, teaming up with Chisel Chad Daniels and one Ronnie Attitude, taking on the team of the Lion Warrior Bobby Sharp, the Omen Gabriel Lestat, and Lumberjack Larry Woods. Hey, let's go.
Very happy to see Larry again.
Yeah, Chad, there's a great spot early before the match started. It was Chad and EC3 kept getting into the ring at the same time. They're getting out of the ring at the same time. They're getting into the ring at the same time. And like they couldn't figure out who was going to start the match. Oh, God, I loved it.
Very funny.
Yeah. And then Larry, when EC3 was on the apron in this like early spot, Larry just came over and like crotch chopped at him. And like EC3 is like, don't crotch chop me. And he starts crotch chopping him like a bunch. And EC3 is just so mad, like just so offended by it. Great. Really good chain wrestling from Omen and Chad Daniels early. And there's a spot where he's telling Chad, he's like, go to your left to get out like a headlock. And then he goes out to the right and she screams, your other left. And it's just so good. So good. We're in a spot where Gabriel hit the combination cabron to Chad Daniels. Bobby is a little bit later. Bobby slams Chad, and Larry comes in with that elbow atomico. Great spot there. Larry, beautiful with the kick combinations and the double up kick to EC3, but he misses the spear in the corner, hitting the post. When Chad ended up pulling EC3 out of the way, it was a great little save by Chad. And then he just starts getting triple teamed, and that's where the bad guys kind of got on the offense. Beat them up for a while. Ronnie gets a really nice neck breaker with Larry like seated in the ropes, and he neck breakers them. I really like that one. Ronnie's giving Larry the old snot rocket.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, that was gross. Larry ends up fighting back, hits a jawbreaker EC3. Then he has to enziguri Ronnie, and then he has to enziguri Chad to finally get the hot tag. Bobby Sharp comes in, hits a Michinoku driver to Chad, only gets 2. When he ends up having to dodge out of Ronnie's way, and Ronnie ends up elbowing Chad when he tried to break up the pin. Bobby spears EC3, but Chad ends up hitting him, gets the ring bell, which is attached to this big wooden board. He runs and hits Bobby behind the ref's back and pins Bobby for the win. The heels win the match.
Yeah, the Mother Lovers pick up the win there, as they called themselves at the beginning. Yeah. EC3 made a promo about Mother's Day, calling their team the Mother Lovers.
That is true. That is true.
We get a bit of post-match here after the heels leave in victory. Kat comes out to help Omen and Larry, checking on Bobby. It seems something may have happened with his neck there. Bobby's seemingly something's up with his neck. Everyone, including the referee Cam Ross, gingerly roll him out of the ring. They take it very seriously, and they slowly help him towards the back to get the medical help he deserves. I mean, I think this is a good way to kind of go away from the stuff that CWE have been doing lately with Bobby and Kat in our city. Bobby is done for the night. So yeah, that'll probably mean something later. I think this was a fun match.
Yeah, had a good time.
It's a good way to get everyone in the pool. EC3, I mean, I will give him his dues. He is a tremendous wrestler. He's very good at working a crowd, particularly. He's good at getting them to boo. He may not be my taste personally, but he's good. Love seeing Chad and Ronnie. They're phenomenal heels in this organization. Love seeing them every time they come by. And I've said plenty of lovely things about Bobby Sharp, Omen, and Larry for multiple years, for a year now. We're coming up on a year of doing this. This is wild.
We've only been talking nice things about Larry just recently, though.
Yeah, I mean, he still has to dig himself out of the hole he dug with the Rads thing, but he's working on it. I'll give him that. He is working on getting in our good graces, and I'm very happy for him.
And here he's in my good graces. He was in my good graces tonight.
Absolutely. It was a great match.
So we move on to the CWE Championship match. It's Kamikaze defending his CWE Championship against Danny Diggler, and AWS is going to run us through this one.
Absolutely. So this match, it opens up with my favorite part of the show. So Cam comes out, and the crowd are super hot. They love it. We're all chanting Kamikaze. I'm also chanting Kamikaze and wearing a Kamikaze shirt. And immediately, Danny turns around, looks at me, and is like, "What the hell, man?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm wearing his shirt. Understand." This was a great match.
But you are a Danny Diggler fan.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of both Digglers. I think they're a phenomenal tag team. I love every time they come into the city. Derek not here this time because he's touring, I believe, in Ontario currently.
That's what Danny yelled in the middle of the match.
Yeah, he also called it brother. When I talked to him at the beginning of the show, he also called his brother a loser, which, I feel like is just regular brother talk at this rate.
I wonder if there's any other Digglers out there.
I don't know. Comment if you're a Diggler. Do it.
Yeah.
We get a crisscross to start off the match. Leads into Cam's signature rubber band man, kip up into a drop kick, into a monkey flip. Love a bit of that. Always good to see that. Danny takes control by raking the eyes and hits a big drop kick. Like he gets some real height on it and then gets into the ground and pound position with closed fists. Later in the match, we get a sunset flip by Cam for 2, which transitions into a backslide by Cam for 2, which translates into a massive jumping sort of it's the move where he jumps up, hits him with like his thigh, and then flips back over.
Yeah. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
and he
about.
hits that kick and gets a 2 on Kamikaze. Danny grabs Cam's arm and does the old school, but he actually makes it a full 1 1/4 ropes before Cam interrupts him and crotches him on the rope. He does the old classic spot where he shakes the ropes and he bounces. Always fun to see that. We get a beautiful high cross body. He gets some real height on this. Cam does for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Danny goes for a victory roll and hits a spinning roundhouse super kick out of it for 2. Very cool. Cam hits a wonderful pump handle Rakishi driver for 2. We go to the finish because there's a lot of stuff here. I don't want to.
Oh, before the finish, Diggler came back with a beautiful sling blade.
I should have brought that up.
Oof, that was nice.
This is where I bring up Danny screaming again. It's very noticeable.
Like a little girl.
No, I said he screams like an exotic bird here. He just sounds like, yeah. We get the finish where Danny goes up top, misses his frog splash, and Cam gets up top and hits the his overcastle, which we are now calling the Rock You Like a Hurricane. He hits that for the 3 and the big win and retention by the champion, Kamikaze. And we have a bit of post-match here, where post-match Chad Daniels comes out from the back and attacks Cam from behind. I believe he has the bell again. No, he doesn't.
He does.
That's later.
I don't know. He attacked him anyways. He
attacked him. Grabs the belt, goes to hold up the belt. But yeah, no, it's literally 5 seconds later. Gabe comes out with the bell and saves Cam with the ring bell, runs Chad off, and Cam and Gabe have a stare down for a second. They seem to talk to each other. They go in and Gabe gives Cam the belt, but he holds it for a second, teasing that little possibility of a match between himself and Kamikaze for the belts. Rub the chin. But he gives him the belt and they hug and it's all cool. Yeah, this is a great match. Great defense for Cam. Very happy to see that he's still holding that belt. We actually, if you have it queued up, we actually have some words with one Kamikaze from myself. I got to catch up with him at the end of the show.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry. No,
you forgot about that?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, great. Yeah, we'll go to that now.
Here for the CWE Rage and the Cage Tour. I am here with the reigning and defending CWE Heavyweight Champion, Kamikaze. How are you doing, sir?
Well, electrified, flying high, death-defying, and still the champion.
Absolutely. You had a phenomenal masterclass of a match with Danny Diggler out there today.
Thank you.
You've been defending this championship across the country at this point, everywhere from Ontario to BC, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, everywhere. Just a question for the fans. Do defenses in like Ontario, for example, feel any different than defenses here in Alberta?
Well, I mean, I take it seriously everywhere I go. I'm a fighting champion. I'll take on any and all challengers across Canada, all over the world. I don't care who it is. You can't handle this mess. You're probably at the wrong address, because when the boys in the back are laughing and joking, Kazi's in the ring cooking and smoking. Don't you forget it.
Absolutely. You have a lot of potential challengers on your back for the CWE Heavyweight Championship. You have a bunch of people throughout the entire country, throughout the entire world that want a shot at that belt.
That's right.
Is there anyone you can think of, anyone at all, that might give you a slight bit of hesitation, a slight bit of intimidation?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm getting my ass kicked every single night. But at the end of it, because of the great people, the great fans feeding me that energy, just electrifying, flying high, I'm able to overcome once and for all over and over again. And I'm going to continue to do so. I'm on a tear. I'm on a rampage. I'm on a damn rampage of being one of the best Canadian Wrestling's Elite champions you will ever see in the history of this damn company.
Absolutely. After your match tonight, you had the unfortunate honor of being attacked by one Chisel Chad Daniels, the man you took that title off of. He seems to be gunning for that title again. Any words for Chisel Chad Daniels?
Well, clearly that's what's happening here. The chicken Chad Daniels, the chiseled chump. You know what? He had so many swerves. He's like a snake. You know how you eliminate a snake? You cut its damn head off. And Chad, you want some? Come get some. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm ready. I just said it already. I'm ready to fight, take on anybody. So Chad, you want to do this next tour? That's fine by me. July, Ontario, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, wherever you want it to be. Name the place, name the time. I'll put the belt on the line, Chad.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Kat and Kaze. You can check out this man at CWE tours all across Canada. The next one coming to Alberta is the CWE Cruel Summer Tour. You can find them here in Edmonton on July 31st. Thank you so much for your time, Kamikaze. One more for the fans. Woo!
Oh, God. Redemption. That's a redemption interview for me.
Yeah, your first interview was great, so I don't. It's not a redemption.
I needed that though. That was
another level up.
That was so good. No, it's great talking to the man. He seems to be as pumped as he always is. On top of the pile, very cool, very confident. I could say so many words, but I don't want this show to run past an hour.
Yeah. So we move on to the fourth match of the evening. It is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. It is the team of New School Violence, Scotty Ace and Steven Styles, taking on, as I'm going to call him today, the Zoo Crew, Kat Von Hees, and the Canadian Goose, Kyle Shaw.
I like it. You know what? That's a better name than I had. Because I was calling them Animal Farm.
Yeah, or the Petting Zoo. No, I'm kidding.
The Petting Zoo? No.
Weird. No, that's weird.
No.
This is the crew. Goose ducking shots from Styles early, hitting headbutts to the chest, then the Dusty Rhodes punches, and just finishes it with that double chop. And Styles running scared, grabbing onto his tag team partner's waist like a scared little girl that he is.
Mm-hmm.
Cat with a beautiful kick combination and Samoan drop to Scotty Ace. She ends up catching Scotty on a running crossbody attempt. And puts him in a tree of woe. And then Styles comes in. He ends up running into Scotty in the corner into it like a standing 69. And Goose and Kat go to the floor, grab Styles' feet. He falls down. They pull him crotch first into Scotty's face.
Oh, God.
Scotty falls into another laying 69, and then they both freak out because the
crowd was chanting a lot of things, but I heard one thing from one particular fan, and it was Scotty liked it.
Yes, there was a Scotty liked it chant that started. It was funny. It was funny.
It was very cool.
So the New School Violence ended up getting in control, and Styles hands Goose's arm to Scotty, who has his back to the ring and starts smashing it over his shoulder. And then he's like, and he keeps joking. And then Styles goes to do it again, but Goose reverses and puts Styles' arm on Scotty, and Scotty starts snapping the Styles unaware. And this is where Goose and Kat both get out of the ring and walk around and stand in front of him. And he's like snapping the arm, and he starts slowly.
Slowly turn around.
Styles, and he's like, "Oh my God!" I love that.
Styles like, "You idiot!"
Yeah. So Kat's in there with Styles, and Scotty ends up tripping up Kat, and Styles ends up hitting a leg drop. Goose eventually gets into the match, hits his fake out elbow into the double underhook DDT on Scotty Ace. Kyle gets the Flacco Claw, but Styles is attacking he gets a Flacco Claw on Scotty Ace, but Styles attacks him, and the ref calls for the disqualification.
Yeah, they do.
I've never heard of a ref calling for a DQ on somebody saving their opponent from a submission attempt or saving their tag team partner from a submission attempt.
I don't know the full specifics. I don't have a full list of referee rules, but I trust Cam Ross's judgment. That man is clocking tons of matches. So
Yeah, like
really,
don't get me wrong. Like as I say, New School Violence have been cheating a bunch in this
they
match.
have absolutely.
Yeah. So after the match, Kat ends up triple suplexing Scotty Ace, and then Steven Styles attacks her. He hits some multiple repeated splashes while Goose is down on the outside. Goose eventually recovers, grabs like a metal sheet. I don't know what it was. It was like a
I thought it was a piece of the
metal.
stair, honestly.
Yeah, it was a piece of sheet metal, anyways, or something, and comes in, chases Styles off, and Cat's down. So checks on her. So time for CPR, as Goose thinks, and he goes, starts doing the chest press, goes for the kiss of life, and she's like, she wakes up.
Yeah. Once more teasing that.
I very much enjoyed that.
That was very fun. I like a little CPR spot. It's very fun. This is a good match. Very happy with it. I mean, I definitely have thoughts about New School Violence. I'm very happy with Scotty Ace's performance. He was using the word boy a lot in this match. Just flagrant use of the word boy. We didn't get a final draw. That was honestly the only sad thing we didn't get is we didn't get a final draw and we didn't get a hog tie.
Yeah, no final draw, no hog tie. A little disappointed by that, but yeah, Scotty Ace has kind of become a little bit of a jerk lately since working with Styles.
Yeah, he can be a bit of a jerk sometimes, but it is what it is. Very happy with the match overall.
So we move on to your main event of the evening. It's for the CWE Central Canadian Championship that Mr. Cody Mack had only won, was 2 or 3 shows prior to this.
Yeah, it was a little earlier in the tour.
Yeah, it was a couple shows prior to this. And he's defending that championship against a man who's been just screwing with him for multiple tours. It's Danny Duggan. So Duggan comes out, does
the longest entrance in the world. It was long enough to the point where Mike and I could leave the venue. I could get the pop that I was getting from him, and I come back, and he's still doing his entrance.
Mm-hmm. Then he does this long-ass pro-America promo, and then we get Cody out. Duggan attacks him as he comes into the ring, but Cody fights back. It's a big boot and beats up on Danny. Then he takes his hat off, takes his jacket, whips it over the top of the cage. It lands on the chandelier, and they have to go and get a ladder to pull his jacket off of the chandelier.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I laughed so hard at this. Me and Emma are just having a fit at this point watching.
No wonder you guys were laughing. I was like, why the frick are they laughing?
I were just like, she's like, why are they bringing a ladder? And I look over, I'm like, what the and they're setting it up on the chandelier. We're like, oh, she has a jacket. And it was just,
you forgot to mention your amazing quote in the entrance of Cody Mack or in the entrance of Danny Duggan, which was release the Duggan files.
Yeah, release the Duggan files, Yeah. That was a bad joke, but
yeah. Hey, it was funny. It popped me.
Yeah, Cody in control early hits the stinger splash and the big boot. So Danny ends up in the corner, and as Cody comes running in, he exposes the turnbuckle and he throws Cody into it. Danny then just goes on to control. Cody tries to fight back, but Danny kicks him pretty low and then kicks him in the head. Cody fights back, breaks out of the chin lock, but gets run into the cage a few times. Danny, eventually puts Cody up on the top rope, goes for the superplex, but Cody shoves him off, comes up with a double axe handle off the top. He
crowned him there.
Yeah, I love that we can make that reference to one of the.
Hey, I mean, it's a terrible movie, but it gave us Jimmy King, so there's that.
That is very true. Back and forth strikes at center. Cody gets the huge spear, goes for a frack hammer, but Danny slips out and kicks Cody in the little oil barrels. Hooks him in his little barrels. Danny ends up getting his flag, and he clotheslines him with the flag. And he gets the wrench that Cody brought in, and he hits him with the wrench, goes for the pin, but Cody powers out, kicks out at 1. The crowd goes wild.
Oh, the kick out at 1. I have to do a small aside. One of my favorite things in wrestling is when you see that the face, it's like incredibly perilous for him, and then he kicks out at one. I love that in wrestling.
If done right, it's great. But I've seen it done so many times so wrong. But this time it was done perfectly.
It was done perfectly this time. Yeah. No, I'll admit there's a lot of people who have overused it, but there are certain ones I can think of that are just absolutely perfect.
100%.
This is one of them.
And then Danny's attacking him. Cody's just taking the punch. He's firing up, just getting the crowd. And Danny keeps attacking him, but he's like nothing. The punches aren't doing anything. And he kicks Danny right into the southern states. Kicks him right in the southern states. And then Cody gets the flag, clotheslines Danny with it. Danny's begging off, and Cody has his wrench. And then he looks at him, and then bam, hits Danny in the head.
Yep.
Some up in the air. Frack hammer. 1, 2, 3. And it's over. Your winner and still CWE Central Canadian champion is Cody Mack, our oil baron.
We acknowledge our oil baron. This was a phenomenal contest. Love that we don't get cage matches in Edmonton wrestling as often as we used to. It feels like really does feel like there's only like 1 or 2 of them a year now. It was a very great match. Definitely had there was nothing bad, like genuinely. The only thing that could have been misconstrued as bad, I missed half of, so I'm happy with it. The entrance, the Duggan entrance.
Oh yeah. You missed most of it, so.
I am sad I missed the little laughing fit at the jacket on the chandelier, though. Damn, I wish I could have been in on that.
It was during the match.
Yeah, I just didn't notice it because I was watching the match.
I only noticed it because she goes, "Why is there a ladder?" I'm like, "What? You're bringing a ladder into this?" And we're like, "What the hell?" As we're kind of watching it, we're like, "What the hell?" It was really funny because we're like where we were seated. It was just steering straight across, like post to post. There was that chandelier on like the opposite post, like cross, like angular cross.
Yeah, like perpendicular.
So you would have been. It was right behind what we were watching. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was great, and it was great to see Cody Mack retain his new belt. And once again, I got to catch up with our oil baron, Crude Oil Cody Mack, after the show. With a nice little interview. And did you forget this one?
No, I would never forget a Cody Mack interview.
Let's go to that now.
Spot at the CWE Rage in the Cage Tour. I am here with the reigning and defending CWE Central Canadian Heavyweight Champion, Crude Oil Cody Mack. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing great. You had a very wonderful cage match with that one hotshot, Danny Duggan. You won in convincing fashion. Any last words on the American?
Well, first of all, if you want to be a traitor to Canada, and second of all, if you want to come back into Canada and think you can bully us, Crude Oil Cody Mack will be meeting you at that border.
Absolutely. So now that you're Central Canadian Heavyweight Champion, you picked that up earlier in the tour. There's a lot of potential opening up for people that you could defend it against on the CWE roster. One person that a lot of fans in the CWE community have been bringing up is a potential match with you and your tag partner in Gas City Grapplers, Kamikaze. Any thoughts on that potential match?
Well, it'll be interesting to see if that happens anytime soon, seeing as he is the CWE Heavyweight Champion. I am the CWE Central Canadian Champion. However, my main goal is to entertain the fans, and if the fans demand it, hopefully CWE will deliver. Kamikaze versus Crude Oil Cody Mack is a match for the ages, especially if all the marbles are on the line. However, Kamikaze is my friend, okay, first and foremost. And I do know that there are a lot of other men gunning for the CWE Central Canadian title. I will be ready to defend against every single one of them, or what?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Cody Mack. You can check out the CWE wrestlers in your town at future dates. We're going to be coming up to the Cruel Summer Tour in a few months here throughout Manitoba, Alberta, and BC. You'll be able to check them out here at Edmonton, Alberta on July 31st. And one more for the fans. What?
Can I just say that was the cleanest dap up I have ever done with anyone, and we got it on film. I am so happy with that. That was a great interview, though. We did have to do it in the small little kindergarten room in the German Association. But hey, I mean, wherever we can get a place to interview, I'll take it.
You find space.
Yeah, you find space. It was a great time. It was a great interview. And that was how the show ended, with Cody on top, and it was all hunky dory. Yeah.
But we have to make some choices right now.
We do have to make some choices.
What is your match of the night, sir?
You see, it was tough going out of the show because I had such fond thoughts of like a lot of matches on that show. Honestly, realistically, any of them could be my match of the night. But I think because of the significance and because of what it seems to be the end of a long-standing rivalry, at least for a little bit, I'm going to give it to the cage match. It was a phenomenal match. Loved that Cody and Danny really had to dig deep into their like internal fuel tanks to actually like go up against each other. I'm my English is not working today. It was, and they kept doing the similar things. Like they both used the flag, they both used the wrench, they both hoofed each other in the balls. It was a lot of similarities. There's a lot of intrigue coming out of that match. But it's cool. I'm really digging it. And I'm happy that Cody is still Central Canadian champion. That is my match of the night. I'm going to stop rambling. What about you, my friend?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to expect this, but it was our opening match of the night.
I actually was
Marcellus Prime.
I actually was kind of expecting this because I'm glad it was going to be one of us that gave Marcellus his flowers here. Very, very happy with his performance, and I cannot wait to see him back.
Yeah, like I thought he was outstanding, but then I'll point to Shaun Martens too. Was 50% of this match. He was absolutely tremendous in here too. I thought they worked together so well. The comedy off the top was very funny. And then once they got into it, there was a lot of great back and forth in this match. And Marcellus just showing the power that this man has and the ability. I was super impressed with this man. I'm always impressed when I watch Shaun Martens wrestle. So, yeah, absolutely tremendous match. I'm giving this my match of the night. You know, the cage match was absolutely tremendous. The CWE Championship was tremendous. The six-man was tremendous. The tag match was tremendous. But I don't know. I just had this thought thinking back on the show. It's Marcellus Prime versus Shaun Martens. That's the thing I keep thinking about when I think about it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. For me, it was, again, they were all very close to each other, all 5 matches. But if I had to rank them, this would be my third place match, which is still on the podium. And I'm very happy for Marcellus and Shaun. Obviously, I love seeing Shaun. Very happy for Marcellus. Can't wait to see them both back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that, we have come to the end of another edition of the Pop Spot. But before we do that, I'm going to find out where you can find this guy.
Oh, yeah, where you can find me. Absolutely. You can find me on the Blue Sky at awscomedy.bluesky.social. You can find me on the Instagrams at awscomedyeg. And if you want to watch me, my buddy Andreas, and my buddy Malcolm shoot the shit about Power Rangers, we're still on Mighty Morphin Season 2, but I have good news. He has sent me the raw footage, and now I am editing it while all of his BS is going on. So I'm hoping that I'll have it fully edited and ready to ship out by the end of the month. I haven't edited in a while, so I'm a bit rusty, so I'm not expecting. I'm aiming for, at the latest, the first week of June. But we'll see how it goes. But you can find the Morphomania podcast at youtube.com/@humanoidfreak2515. And one quick shout out to the Grindstone Theater. I always shout them out. My favorite place in Edmonton, subsidized theater space for new and emerging artists. As we get into the summer, we're going to be seeing this Grindstone Comedy Festival coming up soon. It's always a great time at the Grindstone Comedy Festival. But the show I'm going to shout out today is another Sorry Not Sorry production, a brand new Sorry Not Sorry improv production. Sorry Not Sorry Improv presents Irreverence, and I'm going to read the description now. This May Story Not Sorry invites you to explore a strange yet familiar world in its newest show, Irreverence, inspired by Apple TV Plus's hit series, Severance. The Irreverence players build out an absurd and warped version of our reality, twisted through the lens of speculative fiction. Using suggestions from the audience, Irreverence crafts a human drama of danger and intrigue, righteous anger, inspiration, and love. What will this dystopian world look like exactly? We don't know for sure, but we do know that the improv will be mysterious and important. It is rated as a 14A show. You can check that at the Grindstone Theater, not this week, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, May 23rd, 2026, at 7 p.m. Mountain Time at the Grindstone Comedy Bistro at 10019 81st Ave. Tickets are anywhere from $14.31 to $17.40 Canadian on their show pass, but you can check out all their dates for all their shows at grindstonetheater.ca. Find the calendar function, find the show that fits you, and just have a great time watching some phenomenal artists. That's enough from me. Andre C., where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me on the Extra Blue Sky at That Canada Guy, Instagram Threads at That Canada. You can find me over on our local establishment on YouTube, where I do the show Marvel Talk. We just finished up last week. We did the finale for Daredevil Born Again. This show comes out, we're dropping it on Thursday the 14th. That is the same day as we are doing Marvel Talk. We're going to review Punisher One Last Kill, the Disney Plus special that came out on the 12th of May. So we're going to review that on Thursday night. If you're seeing this after the fact, go back, check us out on YouTube and watch the video there. If you're watching a friend, come and join us live in the studio at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be chatting about Punisher One Last Kill, myself, Oled, and our friend Peggy.
Peggy!
I'm going to chat all that stuff, so check us out there. You can check me out every Sunday. If you want to see me talk about sports and the non-wrestling that we talk about, I talk about F1, I talk about football, I talk about hockey. This past week, we do talk about the English Premier League. I'm not super familiar, but my co-host Bobby Johnson is a huge super fan of the English Premier League, Manchester United specifically. We talked that. We talked basketball. We talked baseball this week with the basketball playoffs and baseball. Kind of Jays are finally kind of starting to hit its stride. So come check us out every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time over there on YouTube and Twitch. Our local establishment. Check us out. Check all that over there. But mainly, you can see me right here on Backbreaker Video, where I do the Pop Spot with Pop Spot Presents. So check it out right here on Backbreaker Video. Lots of great stuff going on here. Also, lots of great wrestling content going on over here. The AEW watch-alongs, which you can find right here live on YouTube, also over on twitch.tv/MikeTheRep. If you stick around after that at twitch.tv/MikeTheRep, you can see Backbreaker Pro Wrestling featuring the Pop Spot Monsters. Myself and AWS are on that, along with a lot of other great content creators and others that are part of this thing. Mike is running a simulation through WWE 2K26. Check that out, Backbreaker Pro Wrestling. You can see replays of that at youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming. Another shout out, I got to find the ticker here. There it is. CWCanada.ca to find out all of the stuff you can find for information about all the tours and dates they do at CWE. Check them out. You can also go to CWEtickets.com and you'll find all the great tickets to the shows in there. And then you can go just search up CWE Canada on any social media to follow them. I don't have a ticker for this, but I'm going to give him a shout out right here at the end. 8-Bit Tom, we met him at this CWE show this past weekend. Really nice guy. I've got to see a little bit of his content. He's been really enjoyable. We may do some collaborations with 8-Bit Tom down the road. We'll figure out what we're going to do. We're talking about some stuff, and maybe we'll get him on an episode of Pop Spot, and we'll talk about
that would be cool.
That we all go to. But that might be coming down the road. We don't know yet for sure, but we'll talk about it. But yeah, we were talking. But yeah, want to give a shout out 8-Bit Tom over on Instagram, and you can follow. And if you go there, 8-Bit Tom, you can follow the links to his YouTube page and follow and see all the great content he's doing over there. Talking about a lot of history about different kinds of wrestling, things like that. So go check that out over there on Instagram. Yeah, 8_bit_Tom on Instagram, and then you can find links to his YouTube on there.
The number 8. Let's be specific.
Number 8. Yeah, number 8.
Can I get a pop for that?
Get 2. Pop, pop.
How about we try something different? Here I am. Pop you like a hurricane. That might need to be the new bit for when we do CWE.
Yeah.
That is it, bit. That is it. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Pop Spot covering CWE. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, subscribe to Backbreaker Video. I said it was so nice. I said it twice. This has been my friend Andre C. I have been AWS. And until next time, stay poppin'. Bye-bye.